All right, don't hit a rock. Don't hit a rock. Don't hit that rock. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Today I'm in California driving the 2024 Toyota Tacoma in the Trailhunter. Finally, we get the Trailhunter drive. In this video, I'll do Trailhunter, I'll do TRD Pro, and we'll talk about some things like payload, we'll talk about the cameras, we'll talk about the price. We finally get some pricing on these new Tacomas that are the badass versions, right? So the hybrid powertrain only, the Trailhunter and TRD Pro. There's also limited to talk to you about on-road driving that I did yesterday. So let's go ahead and get some of this fun because it's really cool footage to see. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it right now. Okay, let's take a time out before getting more of this cool driving I'm doing in California. Let's talk about some specs because I was really curious about like fuel economy and price, and I just want to get through some details before we get too much further in this video. So we have some horsepower and torque numbers here on the page. This is your 2024 Toyota Tacoma product information, right? So we have when the torque hits, which is really important as far as when it hits the torque curve. We have 87 octane or higher for fuel. This always comes up in the comments. Turbos would require premium, right, Tim? No, 87 octane or higher, right here. It says it. Boom, right there. So as we scroll down, I want to get to some different information. One of the interesting things is the Trailhunter has 323 horsepower, not 326. So I don't know, 3 horsepower doesn't really make a deal. Just kind of interesting how that's different. So this is fuel economy. This is for the gas version, the non-hybrid, non-iForce Max Tacoma. We've had this information for a while. What we haven't had is we haven't had the fuel economy for the hybrid version. So looking at this information, I want to just kind of stop right here so we can look at it comparatively. The TRD Off-Road iForce Max, TRD Off-Road iForce, and the iForce Sport. So both either TRD Off-Road or TRD Sport, different trim levels, but we have iForce, which is the gas version, iForce Max, which is the hybrid version. So we're looking at about a gain of 3 mile per gallon as far as city, 1 mile per gallon highway, and 3 mile per gallon combined. That's how these numbers work. It's city, highway combined. And so there is some benefits here. So they did make some fuel economy benefits, which is nice to see. Toyota and the Tundra didn't do the same thing, and I really was hoping to do something in Tacoma like this because I think fuel economy is pretty important. It's more so in like a mid-size truck. And so we have better horsepower, better torque, and we have better fuel economy. And then looking down to the Trailhunter and TRD Pro, we have these same numbers as far as fuel economy. The Limited does get a little bit more, one more city, and I bet you that has to do with the amount of weight and features in the Limited and the stance and the tires, all kind of stuff that gets put into that fuel economy mixture of physics. So that is what's going on there as far as the different fuel economies. So you are going to get some fuel economy benefits. What's interesting is going to be looking at the price. So I'm going to start with the top. We had a TRD Tacoma Limited, which I'll talk a little more in this video. And this was the hybrid version, right? 8-speed automatic transmission. It's full-time four-wheel drive. Okay, so that's interesting. Full-time four-wheel drive, and you don't take really any hit in fuel economy. I know that's always a question people have. Is like, if you can do full-time four-wheel drive, am I going to lose some fuel economy? Well, no, you don't. So it looks like they have mechanically figured it out that you don't lose that fuel economy. As we scroll down in this page, I want to get to the price with options. So this one had premium paint on it, 56,225. This was a sticker from the event. This is one of the trucks that was at the event. One of the trucks I drove the other day, and we'll get more into that information. Let's go down to the Trailhunter because I was like, I want a price. Give me a price. Okay, here we go. Here's one of several Tacoma Trailhunters there at the event. This is the exterior bronze oxide, that really cool color. Interior is a mineral. It's just a really good looking truck. I really do like the Trailhunter quite a bit. I'm a big fan of it. Maybe you're a TRD Pro kind of guy. I'm a big Trailhunter kind of guy. So as we scroll down, you can see the list of features. One of the things I do screw up in this video, and I'll try to edit it out as best I can, is that I do call the air intake, call it a snorkel for water fording. That's not really the case because they need to upgrade, change the placement of different things like electronics, like the alternator things to have more water fording. But in the case they use it, it's more of an air intake, which is Toyota's been doing that for several years now. But if you scroll down, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, price $62,900 for the Trailhunter. And then the TRD Pro was, let's go to this page, get to the TRD Pro. And this is one of the TRD Tacoma TRD Pros at the event. Again, here's your information on the TRD Pro. You can have all the different features, and I don't go all these different features in the video, but we've done this different videos on this channel. And so I want to scroll down, price $64,400, and that's a lot of money. And my point of view, I was talking to engineers about this, that's about 10 grand more than the competitors, which I find shocking.
Okay, let's talk about this Tacoma Trailhunter. We have the I-Force Max there, recovery hooks. We have this drops tailgate on both sides. Your tailgate bed is plastic composite. They've used this for years. We have some flat-down, tie-down arcs. We have the lights, power on board, right? So let's check that out. Should be right. I thought it was right here. Let's take a look at it. Yep. Well, actually, that is the air compressor. Excuse me. There's an air compressor built into this truck. It's gonna be right there, and then our power on board is over here. This is 12 volt, 240 watts of power, so you can run portable coolers. You can run, radios, all sorts of stuff back there. We said the portable air compressor because the idea is you're gonna power down air down while you're off road. Auto up in that tailgate, right? So here is your bronze tires. This truck's pretty dirty. I want to show you that in the dark and the light with this green, which off the top of my head I don't remember the color name, but ARB has worked with Toyota here with more lighting there. We have your Air Trailhunter badge there. Coming on the front, we have Trailhunter here as well. Okay, there's your Toyota with the bronze lettering there. It looks really good with that color. I'm a big fan of greens. Been a lot of manufacturers doing it. Huge fan. I-Force Max engine. This has got tons of horsepower, tons of torque, and the hybrid system is very smooth and powerful. So when you're off-roading, you have all the power and torque you need. I had no concerns driving off-road both times today. And the high-speed desert crawl and the high-speed crawl and the crawling off-road. This is your interior. We have the little pockets built in here. Some nice grab handle. We have this nice Trailhunter badge here. I really like the styling here on this truck. We have the bigger screen there, Toyota there as well. We have the orange lines here. This is your crawl control, multi-terrain select, and four-wheel drive. You push it in here. That's how you change that. The stability bar control, stabilizer bar disconnect, should say. Rear locking differential, different camera views, and this actually backs the truck up on a straight line when you have a trailer, so that way you hook up a boat pretty easily. HVAC systems, we have the wireless charger there, and Toyota there as well. I like the way the colors combination is done. I thought it was a good job getting colors done on this. Payload is 1,245 pounds in this one. It's 1,215 in that one. There must be some more content in that one versus this one. I like a sunroof or something, dropping that payload number down. And then you can see back here, there's not a lot of leg room back here. This is one of the criticisms people have had with the Tacoma, is there's not a lot of leg room. You can fit 4 guys back here, if 4 people, but you can't fit like 4 6'7" guys who have long legs. Just issue there. Keep that in mind. We have a small window there, and then this I think comes all the way down. So you have a little bit of JBL speaker there, a little storage behind, not a lot, and then this, I don't think this doesn't come up because the hybrid battery's back there. So not a lot of storage options there in Trailhunter. Oh, nice part though. And the cool little styling here. Cup holders. And again, that styling. So that's what the Trailhunter looks like when it's dirty.
Okay, before I head back to the trail, I'm going to give some details on this Toyota Tacoma Limited on-road. And so we drove on-road to the event. I didn't drive a Trailhunter off-road or on-road or a TRD Pro on-road. I just drove the Limited. I can tell you it's very quiet in the cabin, and it is very smooth riding behind the wheel. I didn't feel like it wandered at all. I felt like it was shifting was on point, lots of power, lots of horsepower, lots of torque, excuse me, and really hadn't have any issues. And sorry for the way I'm doing this video, I had a little bit of equipment issues on this trip. So it's really what you think it's going to be, right? It's going to be a very smooth, quiet, powerful powertrain feeling inside the cabin. No hunting for gears, and like I said, shockingly quiet behind the wheel. I think it's even quieter than some other Toyota SUVs that are much smaller. All right, let's go back to the trail.
Okay, so back here at the Trailhunter, I'm on a hill going down. I'm going to do some articulation. I have the sway bar disconnected in Trailhunter, which allows you a little more, couple degrees of articulation. It allows that front axle to shift a little bit, and so you're not going to have the tire in the air so much as you're driving. You're not going to hang that tire. It's interesting. I will tell you, this is kind of my favorite version of the Tacoma. This stood out to me when they unveiled it. It just looks really cool. I like the colors, like the bronze wheels. I like the power on board, the 2400 watt power on board back there. Big fan of that. Big fan of the cameras. This is really a really well done trail ready version of the Tacoma for overlanding. I happen to look at the door sticker. It's 1,215 pounds though. So you're gonna carry not a lot of like cargo. You're not gonna load this thing up with tons of cargo. But for you and a couple people to go camp for the weekend or go overlanding, that's probably plenty of cargo, depending again on your needs for payload and that kind of situation.
Good morning.
Howdy.
How are you doing?
Doing great.
All right, 4 low, stability bar disconnected, MTS and rock, that's fine. If you did not know, you can also layer crawl control on top of MTS. If you're not going to lock your rear diff, that's okay. This vehicle has enough articulation where it's really not a big issue. This is the only area in the course where you can really see a mechanical benefit behind having a locked rear diff. That being said, if you're not going to use it, just maintain consistent momentum in the last 2 articulations there. You're going to get a big cross axle, little front and right drop and lift up there. Have fun, be safe. Keep it in the middle.
The middle? The
middle. Not the left middle. Not the bush middle. Follow the tire tracks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, we got our instructions. So yes, rear electronic locking axle can help for articulation because it keeps the traction to the wheel spinning the same speed with you locked the rear axle. But I don't think I need it. I'm just gonna kind of power up through here and get to the top in the middle. Middle. Maybe I could use that, maybe crawl control. I stuttered for a minute. It wasn't the truck that did that. It was basically my foot came off of the gas pedal because I was like this. Which for short people like me, well, it happens.
I need you to be at 40 as of start rolling into it. Around the corner, get to 40.
Woo!
That launching ramp is coming up about 400 feet. Keep going, keep going. There you go, it's coming up. This is it.
Well, that doesn't suck. I'm glad I had breakfast a while ago. That's the key with these jumping events. You gotta have breakfast a while ago. This is the tank.
So remember
Not
what
tank,
the
but
seat's doing for you.
Right, the isometric seats keeping you, whatever the term is. I'm off-roading. You can correct me in the comments. So the seat keeps you centered because it's got the shocks built into it, right?
That's right, yeah.
So my head, theoretically on camera, my head should be staying fairly steady, and it is. This is interesting. Huh. God, I feel like I'm not going fast enough. I keep trying to...
Right? Okay, so that segment is done.
Yeah?
You're gonna hang it right up here at the dead end.
All right. Oh, that's a rock. TRD Pro meat rock.
And now we're gonna have to start slowing it down, and we're gonna micromanage our momentum down the hillside.
Okay.
You'll probably be using just the momentum of the hill to bring you down. Perfect, right? And you're gonna see how the camera really will be more utilized now.
Frontal cameras are awesome. Have you ever had a situation where you're up in the sky and you have the sky view? The frontal camera actually point down so you can see where you're going, and going down the hill with the hoods being taller on trucks for most consumers are like, I can't see around the corner. You don't need to. The cameras allow you to see all the way around you, and you can see the lines and see where you're tire tracks are. They're really helpful. It's
Very.
also helpful when you're off-roading with in a rocky trail. You don't need spotters as much as you used to. You know, you used to have to always go with somebody, and you had somebody get out and they had to mark your line, and now with these cameras, it's really good.
Yeah, it's a time saver.
Yeah.
Keep the momentum going, for sure.
And I thought that horsepower and torque back there with the hybrid system, you know, again, I had more throttle in there. I had problems reaching it. My foot was like, I need to adjust I need longer legs. I need to be taller. Yes, you guys are right in the comments. I'm too short, I'm too fat. I get it. If I was taller, no problem. One of the hot topics of the TRD Pro is sitting behind these ISO seats, these special seats with different settings for the springs. Is it a 4-seat truck? Still. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking it'd be pretty cramped to get 4 people back there, plus have that seat like that. All right, there you go. There's my thoughts on this 2024 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter. I wanted to buy a TRD off-road for the channel for the year, but they wanted like 10 grand more for the premium package. And I said in that video, if I'm gonna be at 55,000 already for the TRD off-road, why not go to 60 and get the Trailhunter? And I still believe that. I still think that if I know it sounds crazy. People are like, oh my God, but you know, if you're gonna go to that level, the Trailhunter gives you everything that premium off-road Tacoma had, plus you get the cooler looks, you get the cooler styling, and you get the better power on board. I think looking at that as a dollar price point of just the difference between 2 trucks, yeah, I would go Trailhunter. However, it's $62,000 for a midsize truck. 62 grand for a midsize truck. That's a tough pill to swallow. That's you know, that's something that people are going to argue about in the comments, I know, because that's just a lot. But I know customers who are doing like trails like this where a full size doesn't fit. So they're not comparing mid-size to full size because they don't want the full size. They want to do this kind of stuff, and you can't do that in that truck. So there are some definite pros and cons to these trucks. So interesting. I'm interested in you guys' comments. Put them down below. Also check out videos on the channel over here. Website down below as well. PickupTruckTalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road. If I can get there. I can get home, I think. Oh, this job sucks.